Alright guys, this is the next victim. It's a 33-inch Craftsman mower that I just got for free. They haven't used it. They said it's been sitting for 4 years. I saw right here, build date 4 of 08. So it is exactly 14 years old. It's actually relatively new, for me at least. I have popped this cover off. You only have one bolt right here. I think it's supposed to have one on either side. And just looking at that label, it's definitely been sitting out in the sun probably its whole life. The engine does run. I know that because I pulled the spark plug out, shot some gas in there, or shot some carb cleaner in. It lit off for a second and died. There was no gas in the tank. I poured some in, tried to start it. It does not run off the carburetor at all. Pulled this off, wasn't really anything. It pretty much just looked like that. It was a little dusty. I kind of blew out the hole right there. You know, typical stuff that I see, just lack of any kind of maintenance. What they told me was that the belt had broken. It has oil in it. It was full of dark, dirty oil. They told me that a belt was broken. Well, one belt, two belt, three belt, none of them appear to be broken. This does have what is called a timed mower deck, which means that it has, yes, a cogged timing belt, because these blades have to stay, one has to be like that and the other one has to be like that or thereabouts, in order for them to run and not run into each other, because this is not a staggered setup like most lawnmowers are. These are completely next to each other, perpendicular to each other, whatever you want to say. What I can see is that everything is just seized solid. The blade, I cannot move it at all, either side. I can see that this pulley right here is at an angle. You know, does not seem to be any kind of movement there at all. Now, of course, there are also brakes on that pulley right there. I guess that's the only one. So we'll see if we can free that up. But even like the wheel, the casters are seized. Even they don't move. Transmission does roll. It shifts through the gears. The height works like that. It actually has like what I call snowblower controls. I just noticed that this cable is kind of messed up, but it does, I don't know, I'll deal with that later. But this stuff at least all moves. It's not seized, anything like that. Not sure what this one is supposed to do, if anything. No, it's welded. I don't know what that is. It looks pretty good though. I mean, obviously someone did some painting next to it, or a can of paint exploded all over it. 10.5 horsepower Briggs, oil full, but it doesn't even look that bad. Not terrible. I've definitely seen worse. Plastic gas tank, it was empty. The engine is good. I don't need a carb cleaning, and the main thing is going to be to free up all of this. They actually seem to be worth more than I expected. It was, the way it came to be was, I cleaned the carburetor on their actual lawnmower. I think he just brought it into work one day, and one Saturday, and I, you know, when I had some downtime, I just cleaned the carburetor on it because he said it was surging. And you know, he told me his dad was like, oh yeah, tell him thanks, you know, runs good. And we got to talking a little bit, and, you know, he was saying that, yeah, they used to use the big mower, you know, in the backyard, and they use the small mower in the front or something like that. And I was like, well, what happened to the big mower, and what is this big mower? And he started trying to describe it, and I was like, oh, it kind of sounds like, you know, an X-Mark or something. And I showed him a picture of the X-Mark I had last year. He's like, yeah, it looks kind of like that. And I was like, I mean, you guys just gonna let it sit, or you know, you just want to get rid of it? And I was like, you know, I guess he called his dad, and he was like, yeah, I mean, you know, yeah, we can get it out of here. So I came and got it, and here it sits. So there's the model number. And anyway, like I was starting to say before I rambled off, these seem to be listed for about anywhere from $800 to $1,200 on Marketplace in good running condition. So it actually is worth more than I would have thought. I was thinking maybe I could put up for like $300-400, but it looks like I could get more. So I'm gonna see what it takes to get it running. I'll use it once again. I'm gonna try to see if this works well cutting my hill along the front of the house, and if it does, great, I'll use it, but I will probably also list it for sale regardless. Okay, so it looks like the mower deck will come off of this pretty much the same way it does on a riding mower or lawn tractor. It does seem like this is just a small riding mower. Like it's got, looks like the same kind of transmission. I thought maybe it'd have a snowblower transmission. It actually is not. It looks like it's probably just kind of like a regular 4-speed transmission, which, you know, it's kind of uncommon, I guess, but it just has these clips. What did I do with the WD-40 that I had? That would be helpful right now. Oh, I've got a flying creature. Can you leave me alone, flying creature? I've got 2 empty cans of power lube. I mean, these things are going to need to be like just soaked down with something before. I mean, I could probably just beat them until they actually come loose. No clip on that. There's a clip right back here on the cable. So let's see, is it just like a riding mower you put all the way down? You knock them all out of the slot. Yeah. Falls right out. Can we slip the belt off? This belt guide is, I guess I can bend it down a little bit. Get it out of the way. Maybe. Could just take it off also, but where's the fun in that? Alright, so, oh great. Just went over it. I have to take that off. I also have to take this off. Probably the biggest thing about this mower is it doesn't have like a 0 turn capability. Like you can't just squeeze one handle and then have it turn. Oh my God. You gotta be able to, well, that's just, this whole thing is seized worse than I've ever seen before. And as new as this is, and I mean, like, the deck is not all beat up. The machine does not look like it has a lot of use. The tires are still pretty, like, new looking. You know, I'm pretty sure that this stuff can get freed up, but I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I just can't budge it. Well, that makes that easier. Probably where I just decided to show up all of a sudden. I see where these things do have timing marks. There's an arrow pointer right there. I'm not sure if you're supposed to line them up or if you're supposed to make sure they're not lined up, kind of thing. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you gotta be able to swing that one out. All right, that's off. Let me take this bracket off. It looks like it's about a, I'm not even gonna try to guess what size that is. Okay, well, it's 11 millimeter fits on it. I don't think it's 11, probably standard, whatever it is. It's a nylon washer, so I can't just unscrew it with my fingers. It's like a nylon nut. So now we can focus on what I think is more of the main problem, which is this guy right here. It's pretty caked in mud. Kind of need a BFH, I think. I'm just gonna try to beat on the blades a little bit and try to free them up. Not the best BFH in the world, but a nice rusty claw hammer. They move a little bit. The thing is, we don't know what's seized. With this thing now moves. So if that's off, this pulley's okay. That pulley looks pretty well shot. Figure out, okay, so this must need to, it seems to move a little bit. I mean, this kind of looks like it's a pulley that puts constant tension on that cogged belt. I guess you're supposed to be able to put like a ratchet handle right there. That's okay. I'm gonna try to go like that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That should like actually spring back into place, and it's not. Oh, that pulley actually spins. I was definitely thinking that was going to be the problem, but it looks like it's going to be one of these guys. Looks like this one. I think this one kind of moves. Zach, how do you even get this belt off? Do you even do this? You can, okay. Yes, that one does move. That one actually does too. But there had to have been a failure. And I'm pretty positive it was with one of these two. I mean, these are all rough, you know, but not seized. I think that this one will turn. Right there, it's hitting the other blade. As that one spins, it does seem like this guy over here, though, is on its toast. Well, it kind of looks like this is going to need a deck rebuild. I can't imagine a deck rebuild for this would be too much money. Because it looks like everything is shot. I mean, this belt, I'm not going to, this belt's definitely no good. It's all cracked. Looks like it needs all the belts. So, we'll see if we can get a rebuild kit for this. Move on to seeing if the rest of it works, I suppose, right? I mean, it's something that really makes any sense. Oh yeah, we need some BFH action on these wheels too. Wow. They are solid. These things have grease fittings on the side, but putting grease in there is not going to do any good. I'm going to have to get something down in there soaking for a while, I think. I'm going to use a hammer with that. It's already broken loose, so this won't round it off. I don't know where my tools go. They literally just get up and disappear. I was hoping to be able to get more down in that. Yeah, these don't have anything left in them. Seep down in there. Might be able to free something up. Don't think putting down here is going to help much, but who knows. Completely put that in so I don't lose it. Get our carburetor off. I think I'm going to take the whole engine cover off first, which honestly is probably a good idea because Stuart Little probably has made himself a nest in there. These are 3/8. There's a little bit of gas in there, not much. I just put it in there, it wasn't in there already. Oh jeez. I'm trying not to make a mess, but it's not gonna happen. Still can't get on straight. Jeez. I definitely smell old gas right now though. Maybe now that I'm actually got these started, I can somehow, like that, yeah. Okay. Not too bad. Okay. Little breather is pretty petrified. Now I can find 10s and not 11s. What is going on? Normally you never find a 10, it's always an 11 or a 9. I sat down and chilled for about an hour. And then I came back out here. Like I haven't been out here all day, but I was out here earlier this morning working on this Craftsman GT5000 tractor over here. I think I've got it figured out. It's been kicking my ass though. I'm gonna hopefully have another video on that. I'm gonna set them right there because theoretically these should be going right back on. Oh yeah, these things, they have these little extra studs. It is 8 is close enough, I'll just say that. And I was able to get that all the way on there. Well, bottom, that's not even tight. Get you off of there, and out of there, you out of there. There we go, it's free. My horse just paid off. I have a brand new, looks to be identical except for the bowl which has the solenoid. So I'll swap the bowls over and we should be in business. This came free with one of the junk tractors I bought last year, which I figured was at least worth 20 bucks, and I think that's what I gave the guy for the whole lot of junk. One of which was the pull-in, I think. I had a black pull-in last year and sold that. So this was truly either free or I say it's brand new, you better come off. Free, or you can say I paid 20 bucks for this and got everything else for free, whatever you want to say. Oh yeah, look at that. Never seen any kind of fuel. Save this little gasket. goes on the side with the weird looking happy face. I don't know what that's actually for. Old, nasty, nice, shiny, and new. The bowl is cleaned out sufficiently for this, I would say. I guess we'll use the new screws. Might as well, right? I will save that bowl. Might be able to use that solenoid on the John Deere, actually. I'm not sure if it's the same one of each one or not. It's probably been about a year since I had one of these things apart. I think I'm just going to go ahead and put it all back together because it kind of has to run. It's got a brand new carburetor. I know that it will run. Let's take the opportunity to clear out the airways. It's an air-cooled engine, so it uses all these holes that are down through here to actually, you know, it blows air over all that. And you have to have the fan throttle in there in order for it to actually do that. This being the fan throttle. It's not just a pretty cover. The pull start work well. It's not binding up or anything. Nice little bit of dirt down in there. Make sure we score up the cylinder walls as soon as we start it. Not that complicated. Maybe? Holy crap. Got it. That was easy. How is that one a different size? That's not how it was. I'm not even sure where these came from. Oh, it's for the gas tank. Which means there should be, oh yeah, there's 4 of them. I promise I'm not usually this much of an idiot. I think I've just got too many projects going right now. Alright, we'll put this clean air filter back in. Guess I should see if we actually have any flow from that. We do not. Well, a little bit. Oh, there it goes. It's going now. Should probably put a new fill filter, but we have a little bit of flow. Okay. That works. This won't choke. Well, it doesn't want to idle. So that carburetor might need to be adjusted, but runs good. There we go. Alright, so this is all good except for these guys. That will require some love and maybe a little bit of heat as well. But alright, cool. So we know this part's good. Tires seem to be holding air. I mean, I filled them up this morning. They're still holding. I think they actually both have inner tubes in them. So that's good. The front ones don't take air. So that's good. Now we're just going to turn our attention to the mower deck, and I'll see about getting a rebuild kit for that and go from there.